Tantor Audio, a division of Recorded Books, presents The Inside Tract, Your Good Gut Guide to Great Digestive Health, by Gerard E. Mullin and Kathy Madonna Swift, MS, RD, LDN. Narrated by Mike Carnes. Publisher's Note: This audiobook includes bonus material. Please visit Tantor.com and type Inside Tract into the search box. Follow the link to the book's page. Then, under the Supplemental Content section, please enter the access code WELLNESS, and then click the Unlock button to access the bonus material. The code should be entered in all lowercase letters. This book is intended as a reference volume only, not as a medical manual. The information given here is designed to help you make informed decisions about your health. It is not intended as a substitute for any treatment that may have been prescribed by your doctor. If you suspect that you have a medical problem, we urge you to seek competent medical help. Mention of specific companies, organizations, or authorities in this book does not imply endorsement by the author or publisher. Nor does mention of specific companies, organizations, or authorities imply that they endorse this book, its author, or the publisher. Internet addresses and telephone numbers given in this book were accurate at the time it went to press. Introduction. You aren't what you eat. You are what you absorb. When it comes to food and health, most of us grew up listening to the conventional wisdom of our mothers and grandmothers. As children, when we refused to eat our peas, Grandma would look at us menacingly and say, "You are what you eat, you know," meaning that if we ate healthy, we'd live healthy lives, and if we didn't, we wouldn't. This advice is profoundly wise. The link between what you eat and how healthy or unhealthy you are cannot be denied. Human beings have known about the connection between food and well-being for millennia, and modern nutritional science has borne out the prudence of our ancestors regarding food in ways unimaginable to most people, including physicians, today. Poor diet has been linked to chronic illnesses that are so prevalent in the modern world. Changing your diet and consuming the whole, real foods human beings evolved eating can slow and even reverse the process of a vast array of chronic illnesses. Despite this fact and the massive body of research regarding how important it is to eat well, we live in a culture that is inundated by products that aren't truly food. Inside your local grocery store, 70% of what you can buy isn't food. Put aside the aisles of chemical cleansers, paper towels, toilet paper, and magazines, and the great majority of the items that remain still aren't real foods. They might be better referred to as ingestibles, synthesized products you can ingest, and which may give you some nutritive value, but can't be called food in any formal sense. We are having a cultural food crisis. We have what prominent food writer Michael Pollan calls a national eating disorder, and it's one that threatens to destroy our very society. The magnitude of the problem really can't be understated. It's killing us. America ranks last in longevity worldwide among industrialized nations, and was the leader in preventable deaths in a study of 19 countries. Despite the fact that we pay more for health care than any other nation in the world, we are far from healthy, and the foods most Americans eat are surely a factor in this. But this book isn't about food, though we will talk extensively about how food affects your health and how it can be used as medicine. Nor is it about the state of health care in America today, though we will talk about that too. In this book, we're going to approach the whole problem of food and health from the other end of the food chain, from the other side of the track, so to speak. We're going to look inside the problem and analyze one of the primary reasons Americans are so sick today. We're also going to teach you how you can overcome some of the illnesses you may be suffering from by treating yourself, not your illness, by eating what nourishes you, not what profits the food industry, by developing communities and connecting with people you care about, and by finding balance and meaning in your life. To do this, we're going to explore a simple yet profound truth. Here it is. As astute as the expression, "you are what you eat," is, in the end, it isn't quite accurate. The truth is, you aren't what you eat. You are what you absorb. If you eat nothing but junk food, you're obviously not going to absorb the nutrients you need to live a healthy life. Junk in, junk out. Your health will most likely crumble sooner or later if you live this way. Imagine what would happen if you started absorbing foods that nourished your body and soul. Imagine what it would be like if you could absorb the emotional stability and sense of peace that makes you feel whole, instead of the stress that's making your life so overwhelming. Imagine how free you would feel if you could stop absorbing the toxins and unnecessary pharmaceuticals that are slowly poisoning your body and your life. You can, but you need to clear up toxins, chemical and emotional, in your life in conjugation with changing what you put in your body if you want to enjoy good health. The place where this absorption occurs is the place no one thinks to look. It's the place in your body that either makes you healthy or ill, but it's one most of us would prefer to ignore, and we usually do until it's too late. The interface between the outside world and the world within your body is not your heart or your brain. It's not your skin or your breath. It's your gut. Your gut is your inside tract to health and wellness, and it is what this book is all about. We'll tell you more about exactly why your gut is the inside tract to health and wellness in the chapters that follow. We'll also outline a complete treatment program tailored to your personal experience and needs. This program will allow you to heal your gut and thereby overcome many of the illnesses you may be suffering with. These include common digestive ailments like gastroesophageal reflux disease, or GERD, irritable bowel syndrome, or IBS, and others, as well as illnesses that happen outside the tract, including asthma, allergies, skin problems, myalgias, and more. Jerry's story. I, Gerard Mullin, a.k.a. Jerry, began my career as a healer well before I entered medical school. When I was young, my mother suffered from irritable bowel syndrome. I was in high school at the time, and together she and I went from doctor to doctor, looking for ways to treat the extraordinary pain that would keep her writhing in bed for days at a time. At that time, IBS was hardly on anyone's radar, so when my mother developed symptoms that didn't fit the paradigm most doctors had been trained to understand, they dismissed her out of hand, assuming she must be a hypochondriac. After each visit, we both came away disappointed and confused at hearing doctors say, "Mrs. Mullin, your symptoms are from hysteria. This is all in your head." My mother was a courageous and intelligent woman. She knew her symptoms weren't all in her head, and she knew there must be a way for her to heal. So she began researching complementary and alternative therapeutic approaches to treating her gut problems, reading books and magazines on natural healing, listening to radio shows on the subject. You name it, she did it. Using the concepts she learned about how to treat her illness with a whole foods diet, supplementation, prayerful meditation, detoxification, and social support, she began to create a protocol for herself to overcome her illness. To assist her, I shopped for groceries and cooked her meals, and I helped her procure and organize supplements. Her healing became a team effort, and it was in this way that my mom became my first mentor as a healer. 6 months after we began this treatment protocol, Mom was a new person. Her friends and family were amazed. You might say that I grew up around a holistic healing tradition, but what I didn't know then was that history would repeat itself, and that I, too, would one day end up on my back looking for answers to an illness that doctors couldn't treat. I never would have imagined that through this experience I would discover the holistic healing program you'll learn about in this book. From integrative gastroenterologist to autoimmune patient.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?